How's it going, Rainbows? My name is Rainbow Floyd, and I hope you're doing well today. Now, on July the 11th, I made a video expressing my thoughts and views on the cops on the events that happened in Dallas that ended up having 5 cops slain. And in that video, I said that I was going to make a video to kind of honor their lives and try to immortalize their memories one more place on the internet. I'm sure there's a lot of places that have made videos about them, honoring them, but one more place won't hurt. This is something I want to do for them. Now, I've never done a video like this, so I'm sorry if I do something wrong. I'll learn from my mistakes, I guess. But that being said, so I found an article, link will be down in the description, of course, giving a little bit of insight to the 5 officers' lives that were lost. I'm going to be reading straight from this article. I don't take credit for any of these words. These words are not mine. And this article is by Joe Sterling, Ralph Ellis, and Joel Williams from CNN. Hopefully they don't have any issues with copyright, but if they do, this is not for money. This is not for school or for a grade or for an assignment. It's just to honor their lives. So with that all being said, I think I'm ready to do this, I guess. We start with Brent Thomas. Brent Thomas, a Dallas area rapid transit officer, was the first officer to die in that agency's line of duty. Brent was a great officer, said James Spillner, chief of DART police. He was an outstanding patrol officer as well as rail officer. We have the highest respect for him. Thomas, 43, a nearly 7-year veteran of the transit force, got married in the past 2 weeks, Spillner said. His widow was a fellow transit officer. He was in great spirits for his recent marriage, Spillner said on CNN's New Day. According to Thompson's LinkedIn profile, he was motivated by a team atmosphere. I enjoy working on challenging tasks and problem solving with my peers. I am constantly looking for different ways to serve the department. This helps to keep my work from being sedentary and boring, the officer said in his LinkedIn summary. Thompson previously was an international police liaison officer for, I think it's DynCorp International, for nearly 5 years. Starting in 2004, his profile said, "My last position as an IPLO was Chief of Operations for Southern Iraq. I was responsible for the day-to-day operations conducted by our American police officers who trained and mentored the Iraqi police," he said in his profile. He was in southern Afghanistan as well, according to the profile, and was a team leader there and lead mentor to the Southern Provincial Police Chief. In all locations, we mentored and taught our Iraqi, Afghani counterparts democratic policing and assisted in the establishment of the police department in these locations. According to his LinkedIn profile, Thompson lived in Carlton, Texas, but hailed from Corsicana, Texas, south of Dallas, where he attended high school and taught at the Navarro College Police Academy. Patrick Zamaripa, and I'm sorry if that name was pronounced incorrectly. Dallas police officer Patrick Zamaripa, 32, was a U.S. Navy veteran who was deployed to Bahrain as part of the Iraqi war effort, military records show. He was the father of 2 children and greatly loved by his family. He was very giving. His father, Rick Zamaripa, told CNN, "He would give you his last dollar if he had it in his pocket and you needed it. He would bend over backward to help anybody out. He was very patient, and he would try to help anybody out the best he could. If you needed help, Patrick would offer to help you, and even if he couldn't do anything, he would offer it to you. My son, since he was born, he was my little hero, and he is a big hero. He's a big hero now." And those are words of his father. Michael Krol. Michael Krol's lifelong dream was to be a police officer, his uncle Jim Ilk told CNN affiliate WDIV. He got into law enforcement and worked really hard to be a police officer. He spent some time at the correctional facility. It wasn't quite what he was looking for, so he worked pretty hard to find a job and get one in Dallas. Krol, 40, worked with the Wayne County Sheriff's Office in Michigan from 2003 to 2007. The Sheriff's Office issued a statement. "We are saddened by the loss of the dedicated officers in Dallas, one of whom was a former member of this agency, and also the wounding of the other officers. Those officers made the ultimate sacrifice and died honoring their oaths to protect and serve. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their families and also the Dallas Police Department." And those are words from the Wayne County Sheriff's Office in Michigan. Lorne Ahrens. Dallas officer Lorne Ahrens, 48, was a great co-worker, said Sergeant Anthony Gunn of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. Had the honor of working with Lorne at LASD's Lenox Station in the early 1990s and at Lancaster Station in the late 1990s, Gunn told CNN. I was a young deputy and he was a law enforcement technician, assigned to input and dispatch calls for service at both stations. He was the kind of guy that made you happy when you got to work and saw he would be working the same shift with you. You could count on him to do the right thing the right way. He was a dedicated professional. He was well-grounded, seeing the world the way it really is, but not letting the evil in the world discourage him from doing good. The LASD posted this statement on its Facebook page. Serving the LASD and the residents of Los Angeles County for more than 10 years from 1991 to 2002, Lorne left the department as a law enforcement technician on January 23, 2002, and officially began his service with the Dallas Police Department just 2 days later. His colleagues today at the LASD are describing him as the type of person who always had a smile on his face and greeted you with kind regard. They said he was an incredible dispatcher who served the patrol deputies in the field well, but always looking out for them and taking officer safety into account when dispatching calls for service. Michael Smith. Dallas police officer Michael Smith, 55, was a devoted family man to his wife, Heidi, and two daughters, ages 14 and 9, said Barbara Lynn Greb-Durkee, a family friend. He was very private and protective of his family, never drove his patrol car home, never wore his uniform around the house or near home, she said. He didn't want people to follow him home and know where he lived. He was an Army Ranger, so maybe him being protective was a natural progression. He and his wife were married 17 years, Durkee said. They had just gotten back from a short trip to Florida last week, she said. The day he was killed was his first back from vacation. Smith joined the department in 1989, his sister told CNN affiliate KFDM. And that's all the article said. I am terribly sorry if I pronounced names wrong or if my reading was horrible. I did this to honor their sacrifices, and hopefully this video won't come out as a bad idea or something like that. And before I end this video, I just want to say one last thing, I guess. I don't know where I heard this saying before, but I think it goes, it's better to be happy for the memories you've had with your loved ones than angry for the memories that you won't have. And I think that comes from the movie Courageous, which oddly enough is a movie about officers and their lives. But I don't want to end this video on a sad note. Their lives and their sacrifices made a difference in this world, and so can yours. So I encourage you to go out and try to make a positive difference in this world. It doesn't take much. It could be something as little as texting a friend like, hey, you're cool, I guess, or something like that. But I hope this video wasn't a failure at what I set it out to do. But until next time, voila.